All right, we are going to record, and it's all you, Miss Olivia.
Okay. Hello. If you guys don't know me, obviously my name's Olivia. I have 4 kids, ages. My oldest will actually be 8 on Friday, and my youngest is 1. I'm a stay-at-home mom. I have I provide childcare in my home, so I have kids here all the time. There's never a time that I do not have children in this house. So getting my stuff done can be very, very difficult, and I'm definitely like Susan, having to cram things in the nooks and crannies of my day on the potty. Like I have to do it very little bits at a time. So what I do every morning, I try to do it every morning. It might have to wait until the afternoon, but most of the time every morning is I figure out my rate of run. I've been running for 12K for a long time, so I'm really trying to push and get there. So to do that, if you do not know me, I didn't get to do mine this morning. We didn't have the kids today. They stayed with my parents. So we got up and we started our remodel on our family room. So to find out your rate of run, I'm going to use my laptop since I already have it up. So what you want to do is go to your home screen. And of course, since I'm using my phone's internet, it's going to be super slow. But go to your home screen, scroll down until you see your business dashboard, I do believe is what it's called. Then you want to use your volume. I can't even remember which volume it is, but whatever, it's a big number. What volume is it, Tim?
It's your QV.
The QV. Okay. So use that number. Since it's the last day of the month, it's going to be very, very accurate, but there's still plenty of time in the day to hit whatever your goals are. So like I said, my computer is going to be super slow, but go ahead and take your QV and you'll divide it by whatever day we're on, which is obviously 28. And then you'll take that number and multiply it by usually the last day of month. Today is the last day of the month. So go ahead and multiply that by 28. And that should be your what you're going to end this evening with, but it doesn't have to be. Keep running. It's only 7 o'clock here. You still have plenty of time. If you're not where you need to be, make sure you're giving a big push. I'll go ahead and throw out what my goals for March is. It's been very hard for me to kind of like really build a solid team, and I feel like I'm starting to get there. So my goals for March is really focusing on hitting my team's goals. Like I'm not going to be as focused on mine personally. I'm going for my actual working promoters goals. So what I've done is I have taken like my promoters and I've written their names down and I've gone ahead and written down all of their customers that I can see, because obviously it's kind of hard. We can't see I as a 4K, I can't see their auto ships. So I've written down like all of their customers, when their last customers is, or when their last customer ordered, and I'm trying to like help them, like because of where I am, I do feel like I kind of have to hold their hand a little bit, and I'm okay with that. If it gets them to their goals, I'm okay with that. So that's how, that's one of my biggest goals for March. See, I did this yesterday, but go ahead, we'll back up. Let's go ahead and set up for the beginning of the month, or set up like our auto ships for the whole month. So go to your homepage, my customers, scroll all the way over. My laptop doesn't like to do it. All right, scroll all the way over, go to next auto ship, hit that twice so you can see all your customers next auto ship. I had a lot of customers order at the end of January, beginning of February. So a lot of mine are coming up on the 5th. Go ahead and write all of those down. I'm going to do that with you real quick while I'm thinking about it. My pen. I have It's where like half of my volume came from. I said, if you hear my kids barge in, I'm sorry. It's usually a complete shit show all the time. I never get anything done, like sitting for a full half hour without an interruption. Okay, so one thing I have been doing with every single order, every single auto ship, and so far this has helped my auto ship retention from January to February, are thank you cards. Every single order I have sent out a thank you card. I'm pretty positive this was a box of 48 for like $12 on Amazon, and they're different ones and they're blank thank you cards. I can't tell you how many thank yous I have gotten for sending just a freaking thank you card. Sometimes, like, as long as I have the extra product on hand, like Thirst or Blast or something like that, I will, slip one of those in there because it's something you can just slip in an envelope and you're not charged extra for it. But I've been doing a lot of that. My promoters, I have something set up for them, so I can't really say what, because I think one of them's watching, but I'm putting gifts together for them so they can start really, working. It's hard. Raise your hand. Does anybody else look? I can't see y'all. Raise your hand if it is hard to get your customers to want to thrive for free, like to want to talk to their friends. Look, I'm scrolling. Yeah. Hands raised. Big hands. I don't know why it's like pulling teeth to for your customers to, like, they want to thrive for free, but they don't want to reach out to them. Yeah. I don't know why, but one of the things I've been trying to do is give me 3 to 5 people. You give me just 3 to 5 names. You don't have to connect me to them. Give me 3 to 5 names. At least let me know if they're here on Facebook. I'll reach out myself and I'll send you $2 in credits, $5 in credits for every like referral name that you can give me. Like, that's my job. I'll do the work, but at least give me those names so I can help you thrive for free. And so far I'm sorry, I'm a mess. So far that has been what's gotten my PPA so high, is trying to really focus on getting my customers thriving for free. Out of that 14, I think at least 8 of them are like thriving for free. They're mostly all referrals from each other. Yes, thank you. It's been so hard to just for some of my customers to actually like want to connect me with somebody. I get it. Like I was one of those people who didn't want to, bother people. I didn't want to bother my friends. I didn't want them to think that I was just in it for a sale. But I mean, there's really no other way to push them. You just have to say, I need 3. If you want to thrive for free, I need you to give me 3 to 5 names of people who need it. I mean, I know there's. Hold on, I'm on my phone. So. Yep, sure am. Getting the names and reaching out to the friends on my own. Yes, so. A lot of my newer customers are ones that have finally, after 4 freaking years, finally saying yes. So a lot of the people that I'm talking to, I actually do personally know, or I've met a time or 2 before. Most of them are like my sister-in-law. There's like 3 or 4 of them are childhood friends of mine. So a lot of them I do know personally, so it doesn't feel as like slimy, I guess, if that's the word that you want to call it. But sorry, I'm a squirrel. If I see a question, I'm just going to stop and answer it. What do you say to these new people if they don't know you? So honestly, I'm just really upfront. I'll go ahead and add them. I'll kind of like give it a day, because usually like, sorry, Caleb's cutting flooring. So if you guys can hear that, I'm really sorry. But anyway, so if I'll add them, I'll give it like a day to let them see if they end up checking out my newsfeed. Because I know if someone adds me, I'm going to look at their newsfeed first before I accept it, or after I accept it, I'm going to kind of look and see. I'm going to look at their newsfeed. So I kind of give it a day, see if they happen to look at anything. And then, yes, I'll just directly message them and say, hey, your friend so-and-so said that you may be interested in something that is making her feel so good. If she hasn't told you about it yet, would you give me the chance to let you know what she's doing and how she's feeling? And I can even pop her in here in a chat if you'd like. That's how I'm getting some group chats started. Some of them are like, no, it's fine. Tell me what it is. So, I mean, so far I haven't had anybody ignore me. I just say it. But I mean, like I said, most of my newer customers are ones that I do kind of personally know, or they're trusting their friend, and I can't tell you how many people trust a stranger. So, I kind of want to throw out something that I started doing, and this goes with groups. So one of my promoters added me into a TikTok moms group. And I haven't been in it for very long, maybe a week, when I finally accepted, because I won't lie, I was just kind of like, another group. Like, I don't want to mess with another group. But she added me into it. I finally accepted it. And of course, the next day, someone says something about weight loss. Hey, I can help. So I commented on it, and I just said, I'm studying to be a group fitness instructor. I'm getting ready to study nutrition. I didn't say a damn word about Thrive. But would you like to be, I need some practice. Would you like to be my guinea pig? And I got a load of people perfectly wanting a stranger to help them like that. And so I put them all in a group chat, and y'all, they want to like order shirts, and I made a group. They want to make shirts. And it wasn't until like we had a great conversation going on. They started talking about coffee yesterday. Okay. Started talking about coffee, and they asked like, how does everybody like their coffee, to blah, blah, blah. And one of them made some kind of remark, and I said, I don't know what that means. I don't drink coffee. And they were like, you don't drink coffee? How do you get your energy if you don't drink coffee? Well, my other promoter is also in this group chat, because, I felt the need to put her in there too. She added me to the group. She got me started on this. I'm making sure that she's in it too. So I sent her a message and said, hey, go tell them what you do. I'm the one that made the chat. I don't want them thinking that, it was all just like one big thing just to get a sales pitch. You know what I'm saying? So I told her, I was like, hey, go tell them what you're doing. Go tell them that why you don't drink coffee. And she jumped right in, and they were like, can I try? Can I try? Can I try? I mean, like I was like, I was so happy. I almost cried. I was so happy. I was so excited for her. I waited for quite a while. I was driving. We were very busy yesterday. But I waited quite a while before I actually sent a voice message and said, hey, I'm a Thriver too. I've been one for over 4 years. This is why I didn't tell you guys before. This is, I don't want you to think it's a sales pitch, blah, 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 blah. Okay. She told anyone who wanted to, try it, message her, set up a free account. She'll send them out a sample pack, whatever. I'm pretty sure she said that only one of them actually sent her a private message, but we're all strangers, but we all have to start somewhere. I have them all on Facebook. There's 12 of us in this group. They all have me on Facebook now. We made our own group plus have our group chat. It's a start of something. Just yesterday, I went on a ride. My husband's a deputy. If you guys didn't know that, I went on a ride along. That's what we had for our date night. Posted a picture of that in 3 of the police wives groups that I'm in, and was asking questions. Y'all, my message or my friend requests won't stop. Like it will not stop. I can't even tell you how many friends that I've accepted. Some of them are weird, don't get me wrong, but some of them I didn't. But the amount, champagne problems. But the amount of friend requests I've gotten today, I'll have to actually go back and look. But I know it's been well over 30 in the past 24 hours between the TikTok moms group and my 3 police wives groups. And one of them are Ohio. Actually, 3 of the friends are from Lebanon, and they ain't friends with none of y'all. But they're other police wives. So it's just a common connection that we have. And then same with the TikTok moms group. It's just a common connection that I'm trying to help with. TV show. Yeah. And Tammy, I don't know. Yeah, we're all promoters, so I can talk about this. So actually, on this TikTok moms group, they have a mentorship section on their group. And I don't know how that's a thing. I don't know if that's something that you want to look into, but before I forget and go squirrel, I'm going to say, I don't know if that's, like I said, I don't, but that's one of the things. So I signed up for that in that TikTok moms group. You can write a little description about yourself, what you think that you can help people with. And then there's little categories that you can select, and then people can go find you and use you as a mentor. So I signed up for that. I did that. There's a lot of them, but still, they shuffle the people that actually show up. It shuffles each time you click on it. So at some point, if somebody's looking for a mentor and I'm there, hey, me, I help. And it can be about, anything. It doesn't have to be Thrive related. The main thing that I've been doing to get my PPA up is really building the relationships and getting my customers to thrive for free. That's where my PPA is. There's maybe only 2. Okay, so even one of the customers that I have who has a referral under her, that's another one of my new customers, is a referral from someone who isn't thriving right now. She had to stop. She was pregnant, didn't want to thrive through her pregnancy. But she said that if so-and-so orders and I get someone else to order, will I get my Thrive for free again? She's already had her baby, so she's ready to come back, but she's just not ready to remake that financial commitment. So she's trying to get her referrals, so I'm trying to help get her referrals. And something that I'm going to do for my customers, like I said, the $2 promo, if you're new, Lavelle has done you get $2 per customer referral, and it's just for somebody creating an account. It's not for an order. So I'm doing that on my own. I usually buy my Thrive myself because I can. If anything, I use my commissions, but I'll use my free credits that I get to offer out to my customers and promoters. So I'm going to run a lot of incentives for March to get my promoters where they need to be to get their bonuses, because if they hit a bonus, so do I. If they hit their rank, so will I. And y'all, I don't know about you. I want to go to Mexico. I have 4 kids. I need to get out of here. I need to go to Mexico. I need out, you guys. If you're a mom, that I just need to be sipping something in Mexico. And my husband is the same way. He needs a break. It's been a pretty rough last couple years for him because of his profession. So we need a break and get out of here. So I'm using a lot of that as my motivation. You guys, can you come in? Could you guys hear her banging on the door? She's psycho. They're all crazy. Alyssa's, my 1-year-old, is running around like a little psycho, and I'm done using them as good. I'm done using them as excuses for why I'm not where I need to be, and it's pushing me. Like that's probably the best advice that I can give, is stop using what should be your why as your excuses. Just because I have 4 kids doesn't mean that I can't get the hell out of the country for a little while. That I can't, hit my 12K, get my auto bonus. Guys, my car is starting to shit out. Like I really need, I really need a new car, and I'd be perfectly okay if Lavelle was paying for it. So I'm doing what I can for my team so I can get there, because I know that I can't get to 12K alone. There's no way. I just know that I can't. So I have to help them. So one of the incentives that I'm doing for my team, like I said, is I'm going to make gift stuff for them. It doesn't have to be expensive. Offer what credits you can, offer what promos you can, whatever you think might light a fire. If anybody has anything that they have in mind for March, please throw it in there. We only have a couple months left to hit those ranked advance bonuses. So if anybody has any ideas for promos, please let me know, because I plan on running a lot of them just to get them running. I mean, heck, one of my promoters is having some trouble with her own health right now, and she still made sure to get her 2 customers to Thrive for free for next month, and she's still excited about it. She's having a rough time with her own Thrive experience, kind of, sort of. She's getting headaches, but whatever. But she's still, but she's still super excited that she's getting more Thrive. Like, that's the part of it, is like, you want to get them excited. See, I can't do anything for a half hour without interruptions, because let's see, here I am. Oh, okay. So something I did yesterday with the new DFTs, or so I said that I was doing spring cleaning. Y'all, I think we might be done with snow here in Ohio, and that's like, I'm gonna knock on wood. I mean, we might not be, but we might. I don't know. So I'm saying, I have spring cleaning, getting rid of some coupons, getting rid of some stuff laying around, products, any extra product that you might have, offer that as a spring cleaning thing. I'm trying to watch my wording, because I know that stupid Facebook algorithms are getting strict on how things are worded. So I'm, like I said, using spring cleaning as one of those. For our patches coming out tomorrow, the Thrive Against Cancer patches. I said that I was going to offer like $10 off. It's just going to be a $10 rebate for anyone who even could just screenshot me if you actually looked at your email, you could go see the details and see what they're going to do for every single month. There's going to be 3 different colors for each set of months. And if you actually went and read that, I put on mine, one of my statuses today, that if you just went and took a screenshot of those details, that I was going to give $10 off, which, like I said, is just going to be a $10 rebate. March Madness, yes. I'm hoping Mario will do March Madness. Offering credits, my team. Yes. I don't think I have used any of my credits on any of my orders this month. I've been giving them all away. Do some blank shamrocks and have them pick one, and they get a prize. St. Patrick's Day to have a promo. Absolutely. Yes. Luck of the draw, St. Patty's Day. Great. Yes. I love all these ideas. I'm writing them down. Time out. Please all. I've got 3 different notebooks in front of me, and I don't know which one to write. Sorry that I'm all over the place. So another thing I'm doing, these aren't all of my, like I was telling you guys, I was writing down everybody because I'm horrible with organization. So I'm trying to get my shit together. So I'm like writing everybody's names down, their customers. Because even like I said, I'm most of my new customers have had accounts for 4 years. So even if I can get some like old customers from 2, 3 years ago coming back, like I'm writing down the last date of some people's orders and then, their referrals. Man, guys, I'm just trying to get more organized and get my shit together here because thriving for free is my biggest goal for everybody. And I've noticed when I focus more on that, my retention is a lot higher too. I can't remember who it was. Was it Shannon? Maintenance Mondays. I've really been utilizing that. On Mondays. Guys, we've ran into like a lot of shipping issues in the last few weeks. So make sure you are reaching out to anyone that has had, thank you, Shannon. Make sure you are reaching out to absolutely anyone who has had an order, honestly, in February in general. One of my sister-in-law, her auto ship was the 5th, and I don't have nice things to say about FedEx, but mostly it's because my brother works for UPS, so I'm biased. But she didn't get her auto ship until yesterday, and it was because it had to be a replacement order, and she made a like separate order to see which one would come first. So there's been a lot of shipping issues the last few weeks. We own it, we know it. It happens. Unfortunately, it's been happening more often, but we can't control that. Weather lately, we had winter vortex, whatever the hell all that crap was called, but it just caused a lot of issues. So make sure you're reaching out to anybody who has had an order in February, because like I said, I still even have like a couple referrals for customers that ordered. One was the 12th, and then it was an auto ship on the 15th that still have not got their orders yet. So they're moving, they're finally moving, but they haven't gotten them yet. So reach out to everybody. Tammy, is there anything else you can think of?
I have a few things I would like to say about you if you're done.
Yeah.
You're so cute. Yeah. So no, I want to kind of go over really quickly. There's some things that Olivia is doing that I didn't even totally, I kind of knew, but I didn't know completely. And I just want to say kudos to you actually, because what I'm hearing you do you're trying new things. You're putting yourself into different situations, because I think a lot of times people will keep doing the same thing over and over and over and over and over, like banging their head against the wall instead of trying something new. There's a difference between being consistent with activity that's working and being consistent with banging your head against the wall. And so I love that you're getting into different groups. I love that you take it upon yourself to do the $2 credits for your referrals. You're not waiting around for an upline or for corporate to step in and be like, oh, hey, Olivia, here's the thing we're going to do this week or whatever. And that shows in your PPA. A PPA of 14 and 60 days is huge. I love that you talked about customer retention, because I know that is something that we all, I've said it a million, Olivia for president, absolutely. We talk about it all the time, like your auto shippers are your bread and butter, and you're like, it's so much, it's a lot more work to get a new customer than to keep a happy customer. So the fact that you are talking to your happy customers and adding in new customers from that, and I'm a huge fan of the thank you card. So I love that you're doing those too. I also love that you are doing the Maintenance Mondays. I love it for two reasons. Number one, because it came from another promoter on our team. We all learned from her that we just call it Maintenance Monday. And number two, you're not just going through and checking your reports. You're diving in. Like if you see a problem, you are taking the problem and running with it versus waiting and sitting back and knowing there's something going on, but like maybe the customer won't notice. Like to me, the best customer service is to say, hey, before you even realize it, I want to let you know there's a shipping problem, and I can already see it on my end, and I want you to know I'm aware of it. And I just think that makes such a difference in how customers perceive how they're being cared for. You guys have all probably been in the situation where you've had to call and call and call and call, and it's so aggravating. Whereas Olivia's like, you know what? You don't even have to call me. I'm aware of it. I'm working on it. I'm going to keep you up to date. And that just makes a huge, that will keep a customer happy in the long run. So no, I'm just super excited. I'm incredibly grateful that you agreed to do this tonight because number one, you're a ball of energy and you're full of great ideas. But number two, I know you have a house full of children, and I know Caleb is trying to remodel in the moment, and it would have been really easy for you to say no. But the fact that you stepped up and did it is what that that's you. That's where you're going with this. You already said, I'm not going to use my kids as my excuse. They are my why. And that to me makes a big difference. Caleb's remodeling, and I know you guys want to do one of the bathrooms, I think it is too. And so this just proves that that's where the money's coming from. Like you're earning all this and you're doing it no matter what. And I just appreciate that so much. And I'm so excited for you. So yeah, busy people get shit done for sure. So I do have this recorded. I will put it up on the YouTube. You guys can refer back to it. Again, I'm super thankful for you, Olivia. And you guys, you just have a few more hours for month end for February. So don't stop. There's money on the line. See you guys next week. Bye.